Deforestation in Western Australia. Within Western Australia's wheatbelt region, large areas of vegetation are deforested to suit agricultural purposes, which constitute to vast endemic species and natural habitats being cleared. This problem has a direct link to sustainability within Western Australia and must be recognised in order to maintain the biodiversity hotspot and keep providing for the Australian economy. Deforestation contributes to dryland salinity, which is a form of soil degradation which occurs when groundwater levels ascend upwards, drawing salt that is collected in the water table to the surface during clearing of vegetation in dry regions. When the area dries out after the winter season, the salt crystals remain, which increases salinity flow in the soils, streams and wetlands. This makes it increasingly more difficult for vegetation and vertebrates to survive. Deforestation of native vegetation can remove large areas of natural habitat and species due to land being altered to suit agricultural purposes. The wheatbelt in Western Australia has high levels of biodiversity and endemic species, which highlights the concern for conservation throughout this area. This statistic shows the national scale transitions of land cover, which shows that in Western Australia, land is predominantly replaced or removed. I learnt many things through my research questions that deepened my understanding of deforestation in Australia. These are my 5 questions that I chose. Since European settlement, Australia has modified their land cover by 50%. As shown in the diagram, the current causes of deforestation include cropping and grazing on improved pastures, intensive animal production, and horticulture. The majority of deforestation in the southwest derives from agricultural crops and highly modified pastures, as well as horticultural crops, perennial crops, softwood and hardwood plantations. However, some of the native forest and woodlands remain. Current impacts of deforestation were discussed earlier. This includes habitat and species loss, as well as dryland salinity. Agriculture and mining are main causes of deforestation, which contribute to high revenue in the Australian economy. In 1999, Western Australia established a management program in part with the Export Control Act. In 1999, Western Australia established a management program in part with the Export Control Act of 1982. The Forest Management Plan of 2014 aims to protect biological diversity, ecosystem health, soil and water, and Indigenous heritage sites. As we all live in Western Australia, we must understand that deforestation has an impact and effect on our economy, native vegetation, and animal species, as well as affecting our water supply. Deforestation has also been linked to impacts in climate and the way gases exchange through the biosphere, soils, and the atmosphere, which are elements of our Earth that we interact with every day. As discussed earlier, in 1999, Western Australia established a regional forest agreement for the southwest region. This is ensured by providing ecologically sustainable management programs, carrying out environmental values by protecting endangered species, native vegetation and biodiversity, implementing Indigenous protected areas, and creating laws for forest-based industries. This agreement also acknowledges laws such as the Wildlife Conservation Act of 1950 and the Endangered Species Act of 1992, which provides rules and regulations requiring protection of native flora and fauna as well as threatened or endangered species. Aspects of this mitigation strategy must be acknowledged by the local and rural community.